Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. Today, we have a battle of 4 glass-specific coatings. And who are the challengers? Let's meet them right now. So the first one, we have Armour Detail Supply, the quartz glass coating. This is version number 2. You know it's V2 because instead of the black bottle, it's their clear frosted bottle. Next contender is the Ethos Easy Glass with a bit of graphene in there. The next one is the Carpro GeForce DQuartz glass specific coating. And last but not least, we have the Geonview Evo kit. So all of these are the latest offerings from all these brands. It's going to be a sweet kind of thing. By the way, we have a special guest today, my cameraman for the day. Who is he? You guys guessed it.
Hey guys.
Andy, my brother. How are you, Andy?
Very good. You?
Thanks. I'm pretty good. Thanks for being here. So the test vehicle, you guys guessed it, is Andy's car, what I like to call properly neglected vehicle, because Andy doesn't really take care of his vehicle. He keeps on promising me, right, that big violin, I'm going to wash it, I'm going to wash it. Yeah, I gave him an active pressure washer, a bunch of cool equipment, foam cannons, all that kind of stuff. So he's in his new home now. He doesn't have a place in his garage, so winter, it's going to be hard for him. He can't clean his car, but he promises in the spring to start taking care of it. So during these winter months, and by the way, yes, it's winter. Andy, let's show them for the naysayers out there. We're right now in December 2024 filming this. We're already what I like to call this white garbage. I hate winter months, but yeah, and here in Montreal, Canada, we have road salts, right? Magnesium chloride, calcium chloride. So it creates havoc on a vehicle. So on this test car, we fully washed the vehicle. We chemically deconned with iron remover. We did a mechanical decontamination with the Clean by Pan the Organizer clay towel, by the way, available now. I'm going to leave the links to all this stuff, by the way, in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So we did the chemical decon, mechanical decon. We machine polished the entire surfaces as well so they can be squeaky clean. You see this hood, it's been split in 4. That's because we did a battle. We just finished filming this video of 4 ceramic spray coatings. So depending on when you're watching this video, it might already be out. So we're going to see how these do during these winter months. We're going to do a few updates on those. And on the glass, same thing. We separated the windshield in 4 different sections. So this here too is fully cleaned, decontaminated, polished, and you can see how grabby this is, squeaky, squeaky clean. So I did a final wipe with the Clean by Pan the Organizer, the panel prep spray. But I want to show you this, because we have also, for the polishing steps, the Clean by Pan the Organizer spray polish. We also have the Clean by Pan the Organizer pads. An amazing, simple system. If you want to do paint correction, you can polish glass, metal. You can even polish plastics with this. No dusting, just fantastic. You can use this as a compound if paired with a cutting pad, as a polish if you pair it with a polishing pad. It's just pretty amazing. So we used, for the final wipe down of the windshield, the Clean by Pan the Organizer panel prep spray. But also to take it up a notch, we're going to do a final wipe with the panel prep sprays of every brand. So the panel prep spray for the Armour Detail Supply, the only one I don't have is for Ethos. So we're going to reuse the Clean by Pan the Organizer panel prep spray. It doesn't really matter. It's all fine. We have the Carpro Eraser for the Carpro product, and we have Gyeon Prep for the Gyeon product. So what we're going to do also, I'm going to talk about these products individually. So if you want to come here, we're going to talk about pricing because it can influence the decision, right? So if we start with the Armour Detail Supply version 2 of their glass coating. So it comes in this little box here. So the price for this one at the moment of this recording is $54.99 US for 30 mils. That's $1.83 per milliliter. So it is one of the less expensive ones in this test. In the box, you get the coating bottle and a coating applicator. So for this one, there is no curing time. For all of these, we're going to be applying 2 layers. That's typically what's recommended for glass coatings because glass is very porous. It has hills and valleys, and you need at least 2 layers to make sure you're getting the max durability. This one here, they say it can last 2 years on the windshield, 3+ years on the side glass. So we'll see that's a very, very high durability, the highest durability claims of all of the 4 in this test. Next, we have Ethos Easy Glass. This one here is graphene infused as well, $36.99 for a 15 ml bottle. So this comes in at $2.47 per milliliter, making it the most expensive one in this test by a long shot, by the way. So this one here, same thing. We're going to apply 2 layers. They promise up to 12 months or 20,000 miles of durability. These two, by the way, they have no curing time, so that's very important. I really like that. So there's no curing time. Once you're done applying, you can drive off in the elements, no problem. The third one we have here is the Carpro DQuartz GeForce, coming in at $34.99 USD for 10 milliliters. That's for the 10 mil size. This is the size we have here. You can get it in a bigger version, $89.99 for 50 mils. So that's $3.50 per milliliter in the 10 mil size, or $1.80 per mil in the 50 mil size. So that makes the biggest size the less expensive one of this bunch. But if you only use the 10 mil version, it's the most expensive. So again, different sizing, different options on this. You need to keep the surface dry for 4 hours when you use this one, and they recommend to not use the wipers for the first 24 hours. They claim 2 years of durability with this, or 13,000 wiper cycles. And last but not least, we have a two-part system here with the Geonview Evo. This is the latest version of their glass-specific coating, $39.99 USD for 20 milliliters. That's $2 per milliliter, so that's the second most expensive one in this test. They promise 2 years of durability on the windshield, 3 years on the side glass, or 50,000 kilometers. And they tell you not to drive the car for at least 12 hours, and do not apply if there's a risk or rain for the next 24 hours. So follow the instructions for every one of these, by the way. And the important one with this, you absolutely have to use their glass-specific polish before you go ahead and apply their glass coating. So it's a two-part system. Their polish also serves as kind of a primer to make sure that you get good bonding of the repel. So because you need that second step, we're going to first start by applying the polish. So they provide this applicator that has kind of a rayon little applicator on top. So we're going to use, they call it the glass polish very simply. So it's going to be on our fourth square. So although this already has been polished and panel prepped, we're going to use the one that Gyeon provides, because this one here is kind of a promoter bonder, has probably some adhesion stuff inside there. So we're going to need more polish on this. I'm going to keep the bottle with me. So make sure you follow the steps if you want proper bonding of the product, but you can apply this by machine or by hand, as you can see here. So very, very simple. This is going to do a last degreasing of the surface as well. But as they said, there's bonding agents that the coating will be able to bond to. So for all these products, if they don't come with the instructions in the box, usually their websites have very specific instructions. So make sure you follow the instructions, right? Because you want to do the application correctly. I'm going to go over this one final time here. So this should be very easy to wipe off. And to wipe off, what they recommend is that you take a towel and you take their panel prep spray, which is Gyeon Prep, and you're going to dampen the microfiber towel and just wipe. And this should be pretty easy to wipe off. So we did the polishing. Let me grab the towel here with the Gyeon Prep. So we dampen this towel. We come here, and yeah, very, very easy to remove. So you're not fighting anything off. Be careful. I see that it has kind of a white residue, to not touch plastic trim with this polish, because you don't want to stain your plastic. So you might want to tape around. Also, an important quick pro tip: your wipers, every year or two, they need to be replaced. So if you have worn wipers, that doesn't help with cleaning the glass properly. And you can also clean your wiper blades every now and then. You can take some isopropyl alcohol or panel prep spray and gently wipe the blades themselves. We're going to apply a bit of coating on the wipers at the end as well to help them glide. But yeah, that should prevent skipping. If you're applying the stuff properly, you should not get any wiper judder. That's the wiper skipping, right? Also, because you have a glass coating, you're not going to use your wipers as much. Don't forget, mechanical abrasion from the wiper blades going back and forth, that's what is going to weaken any coating, regardless how good it is over time. So the point of having hydrophobic protection, the water just rolls off and beads off when you're rolling, especially at highway speeds or over 30 to 35 miles per hour typically. That's when you get the hydrophobics playing for you and they eject all the water. So you use your wipers less. So manage your wipers with glass-specific coatings. That is very important. So let's do the panel prep for every single one of these. So for the first square, we're going to have the Armour Detail Supply. So we're using Armour Detail Supply panel prep. Again, the glass was fully polished beforehand and we used the panel prep, but why not, to make sure we're as thorough, use the brand's specific panel prep so we ensure chemical compatibility. There we go, flashes off nicely for all of these. So the prep is all the hard part. Applying the products, guys, is the easiest part. So spend time prepping your surfaces correctly. For the next one, the Ethos, as I said, I don't have the Ethos panel prep, so we're going to use the Clean by Pandy Organizer panel prep spray. It has IPA for evaporation, but the magic trick of this one, it also contains solvents and surfactants to help the product not only flash off nicely, but remove any polishing oils or residue. You can even use this to clean your glass, safe on tinted windows. It just works super, super well, flashes off nicely. The interior of the windshield is disgusting. We're gonna have to clean that later, but there you go. So that's the prep for the Ethos. Next up, we're going to have Carpro in the third section. So we are going to use Carpro Eraser. There we go. To wipe that down, and again, it's all the prep that's always the hardest. So take the time to wash the car. You can use a decon soap. Use a good iron remover, even on your glass, by the way, because even glass can accumulate iron particles. It has hills and valleys, just like paint does. And then use a clay bar or a clay towel on your glass, because again, you're removing that embedded contamination. That truly, truly helps. For the Gyeon, we already used the prep, so we don't need to do that. So now is the time to start applying the protection. So when you have your protection, guys, these are all fresh bottles. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video, and I ordered all of these products myself. The brands did not send these products to me. And again, I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description under the video. So we're cracking the fresh bottles open. There we go. So we are going to apply the coating on here. Let me set that aside. For the Armour detail supply, 2 layers recommended. You're not waiting between the layers. So you can apply in a cross hatch or circular motion for any of these. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is that you get proper and even coverage, guys. So there we go, up and down, left and right. They say there's no waiting with this. So you can immediately start leveling with your towel. And I can tell here right away, it flashes off very, very fast. So let me grab a clean and dry towel, and we're going to immediately apply a second layer right after that. So here's the coating itself. Take a towel. Yeah, they're getting really, really good. Armour Detail Supply has some amazing products. This is so easy to wipe. Again, all the prep steps really help when you get that right, but look at that. No residue, no nothing. We're just wiping. So let me set that aside. We're going to apply some more right now for that second layer. So there's no waiting between layers. Apply kind of like 3 stripes. For this one, if we want, we can do a circular motion just so we show you that there's no real difference. For coatings, the same applies to paint. By the way, just pick whatever motion you like. For paint, I typically like cross hatch, so up and down and left and right. Work in a well ventilated space, because you can smell, this is some heavy duty stuff, you can smell the carrier solvents and fluids that are in there. So there we go, make sure covered everything nicely. Take our towel, wipe off, and this is how easy this is. Great job. So I had used their version 1. It was okay, but I think what I like about Armour Detail Supply, they really listen to viewer feedback, and they made application of V2 even easier and better. And I mean, look at that. That just glides off. That is beautiful. All right, so that's it for Armour Detail Supply. I remind you, this one here has no curing time, so if we wanted to, we can already drive off in the elements. The next one is going to be the Easy Glass by Ethos. So we have our microfiber applicator. We're going to shake the bottle up. And we have a microfiber towel. This one too, there's no waiting. Let's crack the fresh bottle open. We're going to apply, these are Auto Fiber Saver Minis, by the way, type applicators. So there you go. A few lines there. Going to apply, and then cross hatch. So where the Armour Detail Supply had more of a rainbow effect, this one I can tell has a sweating effect. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's all these micro beads that we can see on the surface. So that's the sweating effect that it has. Different technology in here. This one claims it's a graphene type glass coating. So that's it for the first layer. We're going to take a microfiber towel, make sure that this one here, so no waiting, we can start leveling immediately. So let's see, they call it easy glass, and I know why they call it easy glass, because this is super easy. So just as easy as the Armour Detail Supply, perhaps even easier on the wipe off. And this we're just nitpicking here because both are so easy to remove. Just look at that. All right, let's do a second layer immediately. This one too, no curing time. So as far as that is concerned, big advantage from the Armour Detail Supply and the Ethos Easy Graphene glass coating, because you can drive off in the elements as soon as you're done applying. So I hope all brands listen to this for a glass specific coating, because this is the type of thing we're looking for, right? Either an hour of curing or no curing for a glass coating. That's kind of a best case scenario. You don't have to wait forever. So I find that's just awesome. So circular motion, up and down or left and right, whatever you guys want, doesn't really matter. Take your towel to a clean and dry side and look at that. So now we have, and I can tell you're getting immediate slickness, just like we did with the Armour Detail Supply side. So we're gonna have a look at the hydrophobic properties and all that kind of stuff as the months go by and do some updates. And we're gonna see which one lasts the longest. So that's for the Ethos. So this one here, no curing time. The next one is Carpro. Always discard the towels and microfiber applicators that you used for applying your coatings, by the way. So for the Carpro, this one here, we're going to cross hatch, wait 1 to 3 minutes, and then start leveling. So let me bring a microfiber towel, and then we have to wait 30 to 45 minutes after the first coat before we apply the second layer. So that's a little longer, or a semi more difficult process, but that's fine, because if the performance is there, should be good. So DQuartz instead of C-Quartz is kind of their new style coatings. They have nano diamond technology inside this, and they have a coating for the paint as well. So we're going to shake the bottle up of the coating itself. We have the applicator. So we're going to remove the cap. So we're going to apply. It pours out pretty quickly. So they want you to do a cross hatch. So cross hatch, and we can see it rainbows immediately. So up and down and left and right, and they want you to let it sit on the surface for 1 to 3 minutes before you start leveling. So we did up and down. Let me go back and forth. So that flashing or that rainbowing is pretty instantaneous, but we're still going to let it sit for the recommended amount of time, which is 1 to 3 minutes. Always readjust according to your conditions, right? In a warmer and more humid environment, flashing times occur much quicker. In a colder environment with less humidity, the flashing of coatings is a lot slower. So you can adjust according to your needs. So that was for the first coat. We're going to set that aside. We have our microfiber towel. We're going to wait that 1 to 3 minutes, and then we can start leveling. Remember to keep your surface dry with the Carpro for 4 hours after the final layer. So first layer, we're gonna wait 30 to 45 minutes, apply the second layer, and then wait 4 hours, keeping it dry. And yeah, do not use your wiper blades. That's what they recommend for the first 24 hours. So no mechanical abrasion. So now it's been about a minute to a minute and a half. I'm always looking right at the coating itself. And to do a test, when you're doing a slight wipe with your towel, if you see that you're just pushing the product around, that means it didn't bond properly yet and you have to wait. So it should be very easy for any type of coating. You shouldn't be struggling, especially not new generation coatings. So flashing is pretty much done at this point. We're already probably at the 1 minute and a half to 2 minute kind of mark. So we can start leveling, and yeah, just as I suspected, because Carpro is such a good brand, this one too is very, very easy. So there we go. Flip to a clean and dry side. And this wipes off extremely easy, and you can feel the slickness on all three of them so far right away. So that's for the Carpro. So we're gonna wait half an hour to 45 minutes for this one. We're gonna come back and level it afterwards. Now, last but not least, we are going to apply the Gyeon. All right, so we're going to shake the Gyeon Repel. For this one, it's a little different in the application. I'm gonna crack the bottle open. There we go. So they want you to use the applicator with the micro suede on top. We're going to prime the pad itself by applying those 3 lines. There we go. So they want you to do this in circular motion, and we're going to apply 2 layers, but we're going to wait 15 minutes before applying the second layer, and you leave it on top of there. You're not wiping it off. So you're leaving that first layer on the surface, guys. So circular motion. So you see they all have their intricacies. So make sure you follow the instructions to get it right. Do it once, do it right. That's always what I tell my viewers and subscribers. There we go. So it's already micro beading and sweating and hazing on the surface. So we're not wiping this. We are going to let it sit for 15 minutes, come back, and we're going to apply the second coat. Okay guys, so it's been 15 minutes for the Gyeon for the first coat. So we're going to apply second layer now of the Repel. And again, no waiting with the second layer. But they tell you to wipe off immediately with a damp towel. So we're going to use Gyeon Prep for that. I'm trying to observe what that second layer is doing, and remember 15 minutes between layers, but the first layer you left on there, we didn't wipe the first layer, so it seems to be hazing on there quite nicely, just like the first. So we applied 2 layers overall. We're still waiting another 15 minutes for the Carpro on this side, so we're going to do that after. That one needed a longer time to set. So this is it. I'm going to take a clean microfiber towel, you use Gyeon Prep, a few light mists. They just saying to wipe with a damp towel, and that wipes off super nice. So all of them wiped off easily until now. Let me remove this out of the way. And this one too feels immediately slick under the towel. Towels just want to fly off. So that's nice. So another great hydrophobic layer on this one. And there you go, a nice even application. So that's beautiful. And now in 15 minutes, we're gonna come back to apply the second layer of the Carpro and wipe that off, and that should be good to go. All right guys, so it's been 30 to 40 minutes for the Carpro side. So we are going to go ahead and apply the second layer. So we're gonna shake that bottle up just to make sure. Put it open. I'm going to prime the pad once again with a few droplets. So cross hatch up and down and left and right on this one too. We're going to leave it for 1 to 3 minutes to cure on that surface, and then we're going to wipe off, and that's going to be it. So why do we have coatings that we apply on glass. Once again, it's to make for safer driving. So during inclement weather, especially when it's raining, the hydrophobic properties make it so that all those water droplets are going to fly off the car when you're driving at normal speeds, so like over 30 to 35 miles per hour. And also during the winter time, it can help making cleaning the glass a lot easier because ice and frost will have less of a tendency to really stick on that surface, so it's easier to break off and to clear off. So now that we applied the Carpro, we're gonna leave it 1 to 3 minutes. So what I wanna remind you, on the first rectangle on my far left, that one was the Armour Detail Supply Quartz Glass Coating version number 2 in the clear frosted bottle. Now, if you have the black bottle, that was the number 1 version, right? So number 2, no curing time. You can drive off in the elements. I absolutely love that. The second one is Easy Glass by Ethos, graphene-based glass coating. No curing time on that one too. So that is a very, very good feature. Although it's more expensive, the ADS was very, very good price-wise on this test. The Ethos was the most expensive of the bunch. Next, we have the Carpro. So once you're done applying your 2 layers, you're gonna wait 4 hours of curing indoors, no wiper use for the first 24 hours. And for the Gyeon, once you're done, 12 hours that you're not driving the car. So that tells me that no exposure to water or rain. And if they announce rain in the forecast for the first 24 hours, don't apply it. So no rain or no heavy rain for the first 24 hours on the Gyeon side. So it's been over a minute to a minute and a half now, most probably on the Carpro side. If I'm looking for any signs of thing, no, it pretty much blended in. So we can go ahead and wipe this off, and this one too once again. So as far as application is concerned, they were all super easy to apply. The 2 easiest ones really, and for immediate slickness under the surface or under the towel, for me was the ADS and the Ethos. Those were very, very easy to apply. Not that the Carpro and Gyeon are more difficult, they're still pretty simple, but the Gyeon, as you saw, required a specific polish to prep and bond first, and then you apply the 2 layers of Repel. So it's kind of a 3-part system. And in the case of the Carpro, very easy too, just longer time between the coats. So it just leads to more time basically. So although they're easy to apply, you just need more time, so it's less efficient time-wise. If you're a professional or DIYer and time is of essence, those 2 first ones, because it requires no curing between the layers, you apply, wipe off, apply the second layer, wipe off, and you're good to go. So the Armour Detail Supply and the Ethos, the Easy Glass, those were probably the easiest and the most efficient ones overall. So they did a great job. We're going to monitor all of them in these winter months. We're going to do a few maintenance washes and look for the hydrophobic properties, see how they repelled the dirt, the dust, the grime, the snow salts, all that kind of stuff over time as well, and see which one truly holds up to their promise. The Armour Detail Supply has the longest durability claims out of all of them, so I have high expectations, but you can't go wrong. At the end of the day, guys, any one of these 4. So again, Armour Detail Supply, the Ethos, the Carpro, or the Gyeon, they are all fantastic brands. I call them all very, very good. They're top tier, high quality stuff. If you tried any of them, by the way, let me know. Drop comments in the comment section. How long does it last for you in terms of months, for example? What conditions, what country you live in, also that can help. So drop those comments, drop that feedback. It's always good for the community to see how it lasts in real world conditions for you guys. And also I remind you that all these tools, products, and equipment, I'll leave linked in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So in the meantime, guys, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and we'll see you on the next one.